Hi, the date is the 16th of August, 2026, and I am trying to flip my sadness and being miserable and not depression, but romanticizing depression into kind of a positive way of living my life, because it's not sustainable being depressed, and you'll sit there waiting for someone to see you and someone to come and save you and someone to come and say, I see you're suffering, but no one will ever come. No one will ever say that. No one will ever pull you out of that. And it's a pretty easy recipe to be miserable for a long time. And so it's been 2 days. I've been trying to take a fake it till you make it approach where I am not hating on myself with bad self-talk, and I'm not doing other stuff that makes me feel bad. I've thrown away $90 worth of smokes and quit smoking. I'm quitting my other substances too, or maybe saving them for a special occasion. Not really going to throw them away. They're a bit too expensive, but completely quit all the substances. And whereas I would use shame to try and improve myself and say, you know, if you do this, you are being a loser. Now I indulge in the small things a little bit more, like on electronic use or what I'm eating, and I indulge in that, but I improve my self-talk, which kind of flips over into a progress of I just need to get better over time. It's not like do or die. I need to fix myself by tomorrow, and I need to be very successful and have a lot of money and have the perfect body, because if you do things through shame, that's not sustainable. And you need it to be sustainable, because if you've seen my videos, you can see that throughout a month, I'll have a lot of realizations that I'll be making videos on, because realizations, they're big. They're what I find is easy. But the hard part is doing the small stuff, the repetitive stuff, the stuff you gotta do every day. And it's not big. It's not something I can really make a video on, how I go to work every day or how I get out of bed every morning. And that's partly what makes it so hard. But it's the only thing that will kind of lead you to maybe fulfillment or success or happiness or whatever your goal is doing the boring stuff. And I think that it is not sustainable to do that out of shame, to do that because of you telling yourself you're not good enough. I think it is much more sustainable to have grace with yourself when you indulge and not do things that harm you. When it's harming you, like smoking or that's where I would usually draw the line. But not doing things that harm you, but letting yourself indulge, small improvements over time, and not making your life miserable by quitting everything all at once, because that's not sustainable, and the only way to actually make real change is sustainability. So those are kind of the implications I'm putting into my life at the moment. I'm going back to work at my job. I went out to my parents' farm for a while to kind of just retreat and take some time to try and figure out why I was so miserable. And it ended up me just needing to kind of, it sounds a bit strange, but manifest positivity, where I fix my self-talk and I believe good things will happen and I do fun things that I enjoy doing, and then I have a good time. And that kind of spirals my day, where I'm feeling better, so I have better social interactions, which makes me feel better in turn, and then it kind of just spirals the whole day and ends up kind of fixing it. But it's only the first day, and I've tried this before, this strategy. It worked for a while, and then stuff went wrong, you know, friends moved away, and I got really sad, and then that's what kind of started all of this. So this time, when I want to build a strong enough foundation that when bad stuff happens, it is manageable, and it's something that you can keep the consistency without spiraling and self-destruction and all of that. And another big thing is realizing you have time. You don't have to have 50 realizations a month and change everything about yourself and fix every problem. If you are consistent and you take your time and just enjoy the small moments, but keep the consistency, you can actually build something that will really affect the future. Like me personally, I want to travel, especially America, where I'm originally from and where I've got a few relatives. I want to go over there and kind of explore the world a bit more. But when I say that to myself, I'll, you know, check flights. How can I do this within a few days? I need to go put all my money on black to double it so I can feel comfortable traveling. And it's just a way to spiral out of control. But I have time. You know, I'm 18 years old. I don't have to rush. I don't have to put all that pressure, and I don't have to find the perfect scenario that everything will work out. Like, oh yeah, if it hits black twice in a row, I triple my money. If the plane ticket lines up with the timeline, if someone has a perfect spot, everything will work out. But it's not about waiting for the perfect scenario or trying to put yourself in the perfect scenario when you have so much time. And I can just work for a few months, make the money, and then look at opportunities of going over there. The only thing that, on a more personal note, the only thing that really worries me a little bit is I've heard the job market isn't as good over there, and that would be something that I would want to have a job there. So I'm thinking about applying for jobs and then looking at moving over there, but that's pretty far in the future. And it's not worth it to kill the moment you're in for the potential moment in the future. It's not worth it to hate the boring stuff and do it anyway because someday life will get good. It's about taking the boring stuff and making life good now and appreciating it for what it is. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a beautiful day today. It's always nice to go out and get some fresh air. I try to make my videos outside because it's a good excuse for me to climb out to the beach or go explore new places and yeah, to have a little scenery in the background. But yeah, so that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. See you guys.